Welcome to the BIT first semester revision series program. And today we are going to talk about this personal computing subject. Before we start our course content, let's get an idea about the syllabus. Basically, this syllabus contains about 5 softwares. One is a graphic designing software called GIMP. Another one is, like in the screen, open office softwares, Impress, Writer, Base and Calc. When you come to the final evaluation, then at the end of the semester, as for any course, you have to face multiple question examination. If you pass this exam, then you can face practical examination, which is a 2-hour paper, and this is since this is an enhancement course, you have to pass both tests to get your degree certificate. Okay. Today we are going to do the question based on Impress, which is a model question. You can weave it in VLE. And let's go to our first question. First question is, create presentation with 4 blank slides and save your work using your index number and question code as shown below. Let's see how to create a presentation with 4 blank slides. First, you have OpenOffice Impress software. Once you open it, you get this kind of welcome and then you can finish it. Since you asked to create a presentation with 4 blank slides, I am going to start it like empty presentation. You can press enter and have 4 blank slides. Just you know, when you create your presentation, please follow the instructions. If you ask to create a 4 blank slide, then apparently create 4 blank slides, not 3 or 5. Then next one is asked to save your work using your index number and the question code as shown below. So to save it, you can click File and then go to Save. Then you can put your index number and then usually Impress course code going to start with I letter and then the number. Then you can save it. Okay. Now, since the first question is done, let's go to the next question. Modify the presentation as follows. Set the presentation background template as notebook. So, for that, you can first click Ctrl A and then select all slides. Then you can go to this master page and then you can get this. See that there is a notebook template. So, you can go through which template says notebook. This is the template says notebook and then you can click it and it will be applied to your presentation. Then next question. Makes necessary changes to appear slide number in the slide number area. So, for that you can go to the Insert tab and then click Page Number. Then you will get this header and footer pop up. From there you can click Slide Number tick box. You can untick everything else. If you go to the next question, make necessary changes so that slide number does not appear on the title slide, that means the first slide. So, for that, from the same pop-up dialog box, you can click do not show on the first slide tick box. Then you can click apply to all, then you can see it will be applied. Normally for the second question, we gonna ask about this presentation backgrounds. It may ask you to like in here having a color, bitmap, gradient, or hatching a background template, or else like we did, it may ask to give you a template, and also mainly it's asked about this date and time, footers, slide numbers, may ask in a second question. Okay, let's go to the third question. In the third question, it was asked add content to the title slide, that means to the first slide, by following the instructions given below. Question A, type T in the slide title and its format should be, let's first type T. Now to format it, font type should be Arial. Let's see where's Arial here, and style should be bold. It's by default come bold, and then size should be 96, and color should be black. So you can just go to the font color and choose black. So you can see it like this. Okay, let's go to the next question. 3B, type copyright symbol and Wikipedia as the subtitle. Let's first do that one. So to do that, you have to click insert tab, and there's a special character button, and there you can find copyright symbol. So you can click OK. So the copyright symbol been added, so you can type Wikipedia. Okay. So next question is same from this question B, and insert following image from the resource directory to a suitable location. So basically we add the resource directory, folder name resource, so you can find it in your computer once you are doing your practical exam. So to add your image, you can go to insert and then click pictures from file button, and then you can get a pop-up. From there you might find a resource directory. So here I am going to add the relevant image to the Impress folder. So your third question is finished. Let's go to the fourth question. Fourth question is add content to the second slide by following the instructions given below. Question A, type this title slide title as T and Health Effects. So you can type T and health effects. So you have to format it according to the question. Let's highlight it everything, and then given the font type Arial like before, and style should be bold, this is somewhat default here, and size is 44, this one, and color, let's see, this color is white and you have to put the color black as font color. question for A, you got from the question 4, you got another part, question B. That says insert the following content as shown below. So in the image you can see that we have added bullet points and some numbering styles, and you remember that you have to add those numbering styles and bullet points exactly like given in the question paper to your answer. Okay, let's add it. You can type it. This is the text. So you can see in the question that bullet type is different. So you can format that bullet and numbering from format tab and then bullet and numbering button. This is the bulletin style. You can click OK, and there's an indentation is there, so you can indent it, and also specific type of numbering is there, so you can format it from format tab and then bullet and numbering button. So you can go to numbering and then select the numbering style. So this is what asked in question for how to format a second slide. Let's go to the fifth question. In the third slide, add the following components. Question A, type the slide title as statistics. So here in this question, it didn't ask to format it, so you can just type the question statistic. Type the word statistic. No need of any formatting here. Okay, let's go to the second question from question 5. It was asked to insert the following table. To add the table, you can either click this insert table button, or you can go to insert and then click this table button. So in this pop-up, it asks number of columns and number of rows for your table. So here in this question, you can find 2 columns and 4 rows. So you can just define that 2 columns and 4 rows. So you can click OK, and this table will come. This is the table. In this question, only the header row is being highlighted. So I'll change the color of this table. Change to black now. Okay, this is the white, and since perfectly these borders been defined, so I'll define all the borders, and then we can add the data. First column, first cell is country. And then China, India, Sri Lanka. And next column, percentage, %, 39%, and then 13%. And in the question, you can see some alignments being done. So, header row, it is center line, so you can center it, and first column is also center line, so you can center it, but the second column being left align, so you can align it it's been right align, and then you can align it right. So this is basically the table that we asked for. So you can move to the next question. Next question is, in the fourth slide, add the following components. Type the slide title as production as chart. Title should be production as a chart. So let's type it. And if you go to the second question from the sixth question, draw a pie chart as given below using tabulated data given in the third slide. That means you have to use the data in this third slide in the table to create a pie chart. Let's first create a pie chart, and pie chart should be like this. All the formatting is being given. So to draw a pie chart, as you draw a table, you can either click this insert chart button directly, or else you can go to insert and then click this chart button. Okay, this is the default chart I got, but I need a pie chart. So let's change the chart type. This is pie, and I need this kind of chart, so you can click OK. And you have to define the data. Let's get a chart data table, so you can type everything here. Let's give the values. Okay, these are the data, but you see that these two columns and this row is unnecessary. You have to delete it. So to delete it, you can use these buttons, delete series, and then you have to delete this row. Now OK, so you can close this one. Here in the question, you can't see any legends like here. So you can click this button, this legend on off button, and then remove that legends. But here in the question, you can see specifically mention the legends like Sri Lanka 13%, like that near the pie chart. So to get that formattings, you can go to insert and then click data labels, and then you can say, it says 13%, so it is a percentage. So you can click the button show value as percentage. You can always then go to the percentage format and see how it's, whether it's okay to your as according to your question. And then also in the question, in the data label there's Sri Lanka and China labels. So you need to show the categories. So you can click show category. Now you can click OK. Now it is seems like OK. So this is the chart that I asked for and question asked for, and this is the chart we can create. Okay. Now up to now we have done 6 questions. Let's move to the 7th question, which happens to be the last question. In the last question, we were asked to modify the presentation as follows. First, from the first question A, 7th question A, apply sound effect when second slide appears in the slideshow. When you are asked to apply a sound effect, that means you are asked to add a transition sound. Not a sound as an object, but you have to add a transition sound. So, let us see how to add a transition sound. First, you have to do this into a second slide. So, let us select second slide, and to add the transition sound, you have to go from this right hand side. You can see all the buttons. There you can see slide transition. Once you go there, here first of all you can see slide transitions, and then you were given some sounds. You do not need to add the sounds from the computer. You can use given sounds in Impress. So, you already added the sound, then you can close it. Question B is hide the third slide from the slideshow. So, you have to hide this statistics slide from the slideshow. For that, you can once you click it, once you go to the slide, you can find these buttons, start slideshow, hide slide, duplicate slide. Either you can click this hide slide button and then hide it, or else you can right click the slide and then you can click this hide slide button and hide your slide. So, if you hide your slide, then you are going to hide that particular slide from the present once you go to the slideshow. But if you are in the normal mode, then you can leave that hide slide, but it has been highlighted that it has been hide. Okay. Now we have done 7 questions from this Impress model paper. Normally for your examination you get this kind of 7 questions for the Impress practical examination. So, hope you get a better idea about how to do this paper, especially the Impress question. And from the next sessions, I hope to do other questions from the practical examination. See you next time.